So there's speculation that today the United States of America will be getting its first official language, which will be English. So much for the melting pot. Impeach is no longer the verb we need to be using.
What's going on, gang? Red Channels here, back at you with another one. The liberal meltdowns have continued. I hope you are thoroughly enjoying the 2024 Make America Great Again Revenge Tour. And without further ado, let's dive right in.
Do you think I'm kidding? I'm not. You won't get a 2026 election. That cancerous piece of bill is meant to determine whether or not we're complacent enough to allow this to happen. You think they'll let you have that parade on June 14th? You think they'll just let any of that happen? Make them pay now for ignoring us. Make them pay now. You won't get another chance. Democracy dies in darkness. So burn so bright they can see it from across the ocean. Let the whole nation know, let the whole world know we are better than this. We are better than that despot, that nepotistic narcissist. We are better.
Disgust around bodily fluids and waste is not a universal experience. This is what I mean when I say that Americans center your own worldview and think that your worldview is the absolute one. There is a Ugandan woman on this platform on TikTok that makes a lot of videos of how she uses cow manure in order to repair baskets and to also repair the floor of her home. And she touches the cow manure with her bare hands to smear it on the floor, to smear it on her baskets. When Haitian people, my people, built the citadel, the fort that they used to protect themselves after chasing away and fighting away the French, they used the manure of animals like goats in order to build the citadel. In many cultures, blood is used in ritual sacrifices. Blood is used as oftentimes adornment. In certain African indigenous groups, I don't remember it at the top of my head, but they actually wash themselves with the urine of cows because it's a natural repellent for certain insects.
Okay, for one, I bet the people that live in these areas that do this urine washing thing have a slightly different immune systems to your average Westerner. You know, like if you go to Egypt or Mexico, you get King Tut's curse or Montezuma's curse when you drink the water, but the natives are all fine when they do it. Probably something to consider. That doesn't mean it's a sanitary practice either, just because they do it. The mental gymnastics here, too, is also amazing. If you are grossed out by bodily fluids, apparently that makes you a bigot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Listen up really quickly. I wanted you to know that when the radical left is saying we want food and shelter for everybody, that includes you. That includes you. That includes MAGA who voted for MAGA because they're deplorable. That includes MAGA who voted for MAGA because they're ignorant. That includes MAGA who voted for MAGA because they've always voted Republican or they were single issue voters. That includes everybody who didn't vote. That literally includes every single person in this country. And the billionaires, the ones who have plenty of money, are the ones telling you that the radical left are the problem because God forbid we want to make sure yes, you have food on your plate and a shelter over your head. I don't even give a shit who you are, okay? I don't care if you're the most disgusting fuck on this planet. That would be pretty hard knowing that Donald Trump's alive, but still, I don't care, all right? I want to make sure you have food and shelter. If you live in this country, that is a fucking must, okay? And so when billionaires are telling you that the radical left is the problem, just remember, we're fighting for you. You're fighting against us.
So, my wife and I have been together for close to 10 years now. We've always like seeing eye to eye with everything. We were always like just best friends and super close with everything. But recently things have been getting a little bit too out of hand because she's just really obsessed with Trump now all of a sudden, and that's kind of just been her like whole existence now, is just all about Trump. So we decided that we are going to break up now because I just can't handle the fact that she is so obsessed with Trump to the point where it's causing issues in our relationship, and now her family is disowning her, and it's just getting so hard. And I just need to know, like, should I like Trump as well, or should I stick to what I think is right? Or like, I just don't know what to do.
I want to share something that just happened around me that made me really anxious for disability awareness. I heard like an explosion sound. It sounded like a, if you know what I mean. And I'm near a mall in America, so unfortunately that's a valid fear. I look behind me, instinctually, fight or flight, you know? And all I could see in the direction of the sound was a white Jeep that has an American flag on it. And they parked near me, and they're like getting out of their car and going to dinner or something. Unfortunately, my instinct was to duck because I heard an explosion noise. I saw that truck, Jeep, whatever, and all I could think was that there was danger nearby, and I had to duck and hide my head and make sure I was safe. I'm feeling really emotional over the fact that I even have to be worried about that, considering how I look, how I'm presenting right now, where I live, the political status of everything happening right now. And hearing a noise like that and seeing a car like that at the same time can cause a fear so intense that I have to hide and turn off all the lights and duck and cover. I waited till the lights passed, and then I waited a while after that. Turns out the car was parked behind me, so if this was an emergency, you know. But yeah, I wish I could be proud of this country, but instead I am in fear of the symbols that represent it. So thank you for listening.
Other than liberals are cowards who will never be able to actually defend this country.
They asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and all I said is I wanted to come to Chili's and talk real loud about how much I hate Donald Trump. And Greg Abbott.
Every time somebody talks about how they have no idea how they're going to pay back their student loans and it's genuinely ruining their lives, and that's totally valid because what the fuck? Some annoying ass, privileged ass little bitch gets up in the fucking comments like, if you couldn't afford those loans, you shouldn't have taken them out. I paid off my loans. I don't get reimbursed for being responsible. Bitch, I don't believe that you fucking paid off your student loans. Your parents paid off your fucking student loans, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
So apparently, when you go to get a real ID, you need to jump through a bunch of hoops and sell your soul to the devil. So who still needs to get a real ID?
You're telling me I cannot play a musical instrument.
Correct.
I can't bang my drum sitting at a park. Because why?
You need to have a permit, but I can get you in touch with our superintendent.
Absolutely. President Trump, please, you need to fucking get a hold of me. Because this shit's fucking running out of control. This is my fucking kingdom, and I'm taking it back. So if you're going to kick me out of my fucking place, shit's going to fucking roll down.
You know what I don't get? Like, what is the point of society if we're going to have starving children anyway? Like, why did we stop being hunter-gatherers if we're going to have starving children anyway? Like, what's the point of some people being able to earn $1 billion when there's still starving children in the world? Somebody make that make sense? Because if you took all the billions away from the billionaires and just made them 100 millionaires. Say you took anyone who's worth $1 billion and took all their money except for $999,999,999. If you did that, they would still be rich. They would still be astronomically rich. They would still have more money than they could possibly spend in theirs or their children's lifetime. But you wouldn't have any starving children, and you wouldn't have any homeless people. Like, what's the point of building a society if we're just going to give most of the resources created to 1% of the society and still allow starving children? I feel like we should have just stayed in the fucking caves.
There will come a day in the not so distant future where MAGA Republicans or former MAGA Republicans will not be able to live in peace in this country anymore. Not exactly sure what that's going to look like, but I know for certain that you're either going to have to leave this country or completely hide any evidence that you ever supported Donald Trump in order to just walk out of your house. Even in the most rural conservative areas of this country, prior to January 2025, you couldn't walk out of your house and fly a schmatzy flag around and be vocally proud about the fact that you're a white supremacist. Half the town might agree with you, but there would be consequences for that. There'll be a day very soon where those consequences are not only going to be reinstated in society, but it's also going to be impossible for you to do anything in peace. If you choose to live out and proud about the fact that you supported Donald Trump during this time, your life's going to be miserable. Unless you sequester yourself to your small, little, rural East Texas town and never leave.
I'm here to spread some joy. Just remember, in a little over 3 years, they're all going to prison. Yeah, they're going to prison. Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, of my own clients, of my own people that I've taken care of, that I know by name, that I know who is going to be affected by this fucking bill. I was raised by my grandmas.
If one of your loved ones still supports Donald Trump at this point in time, it's time to release them. It's time to let go of that toxicity. You're not going to help them see the light. You're not going to change their mind. And honestly, why would you want to associate with somebody with that ideology? There have been so many opportunities over the last, 9 years, 10 years for people to kind of wake up and realize, oh, maybe that's not for me. You know, like maybe when he stormed the Capitol, maybe when he was convicted of 34 felonies, maybe when he was a rapist, maybe when he talked about walking in on teen beauty pageants contestants while they were changing, maybe when he talked about his own daughter sexually, like maybe when he manipulated the stock market, maybe when he accepted bribes from other countries, like, you know, like they had so many times to leave.
This sort of weird emotional blackmail stuff is very real and very widespread on the left. If you have liberal relatives, then I'm sure you know someone who has an attitude that's pretty much just like this. It really is remarkable over the past 9 years or so how thoroughly the media has been able to ingrain in the public mind TDS, because there's still so many people that have it. A lot of people on the left, a lot of liberals are exhausted right now and sort of resigned to it. But it feels like over the past couple of days, perhaps the past week or two or so, they've kind of got their second wind, and there are a few more freakouts than normal. But anyway, that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and shout out to my 3 patrons, General Jack Ripper, William, and Tara.